Hi guys, so I just won an OTS championship with Memento Radiant Typhoon and I will be giving you my deck profile. So, for the main deck, we are playing 50 cards. And first for the Memento engine, we have triple Language, triple Horse, only one Darkblade because we are playing a high amount of cards in the main deck, 50, and only one is needed. It's also an interruption and it did come up. Double Goblin, also one card starter, and the second one is mandatory because we're playing some Goblin Bikers spells, so you need the second one in the deck. Gatic, Mace, and one Sleepy. I used to play 2 Sleepy, and also 2 is very good, so this is maybe the only part of the deck where you could change it. I said I didn't find the space for it. Then one Huron, Horn Dragon. I think you need to main this card. This card helps you in game 1s, and that is the most important part when it comes to Memento. And of course, the combined creation. These are all the Memento monster names. And then the spells, the best card of the whole deck, the Memento Fusion, Triple Bomb Party, and the Field Spell. The Field Spell is amazing, even though it's a huge brick. We still play it in the main deck, even post side, against some decks like Dracotail, because we need to outgrind them, and this helps a lot. And now the Radiant Typhoon package, we have one Swine and one Eldom. 1-1 ratio is the perfect amount, you don't need nothing else. Triple Chant and Triple Vision. This card is a must play, even if you don't play these cards. I would still play Triple Vision because it's basically a pot of grit. And Triple MST. The reason for Triple MST is we are playing a high count of cards in the main deck, 50 as said, and if you open an MST plus one of these, it just makes your deck so much better going second. It gives you a lot of pushes and your opponents have to be extra careful playing around those cards. And the way to breach from Radiant Typhoon into Memento is with Goblin Bikers, so we're playing triple Goblin Biker event Breakout. It's a full combo because it summons Goblin from the deck and a Grand Entrance. It searches Goblin and it's also amazing into K9 variants and also Caesar. Then the Dog Charger and the Gone Wild. The Gone Wild is a new card. It's also one card by itself because it summons a Goblin, and it's important because we make Caesar with it. It's also not a brick because, as I said, it's a 1-card combo, so definitely a card you should try out. And the rest of the deck is just non-engine breakers. Fallen the Virtuous, the card is amazing. Forbidden Droplet, maybe the best breaker in current meta. Talented Goldbuy, and the last 3 cards in the main deck are Fuvalos. But I think in this version you could also not be playing Fuvalos. If you have Forbidden Crown, I would swap those out, because if your Fuvalos gets ashed, you don't get as much plays as if you have, I don't know, for example, Crown in hand. Of course, if Mochavis would always resolve, these are the best cards in the game, but they usually don't. So. Okay, that's it for the main deck. Now for the actual deck, we have Double Creation King and the Twin Dragon. This is basically the whole mandatory package of Memento. Everything else in this deck is basically fat spots, so you can play whatever you want. One Drake Stapilia. This was my choice for the Memento Fusion target. It was between this and Guardian Chimera, but this is a bit better into breakers because it's not a trigger effect, but it's just a quick monster negate. Then we played the Big Gabonga, the absolute MVP. Card is amazing, and your opponents need to be very careful playing around it. We are also playing the Brezhjin, even though we don't have any Finsmith cards in the actual deck except for the Sequence. This card is very important because with it we make Sequence a set, and the Baphomet, which just might be the best card in the whole deck. Extra and main deck. It's the sole reason why this deck is good, and with it we make the Caesar. So the Caesar materials, obviously Baphomet and the Gone Wild, which I explained earlier. Then the Cross Ship and SP Little Knight, which is basically Memento engine. you should make this almost every time under Fuva, just to respect the Nibiru, which is getting a lot more popular right now than the Geonated Transverser, which fixes the Lunalight matchup because it protects your monsters, especially the combined, or on your end, where also protect the Caesar from getting destroyed by some cards like Following the Virtuous. And then the Spice card is Haggard Lizardos. I don't think this card is good. I think you should play a Proxy F Magician over this. But in the championship, it did come in clutch against Malice in round 4. Just banish Lizardos, and you draw a card, and your Tatsun Toshigo gets live, so you get more pushes if your starter gets ashed or impermed. This gives you a way to play forward, and the Fallen the Virtuous targets the Ecclesia and Albion. Okay, that's it for the extra deck. And the side deck, we have Triple Lightning Storm. This card basically won me the finals against the mirror match. It's amazing. Back row removal is super strong right now and helps the Dracotel matchup. Triple Dark Ruler against some heavy combo decks like White Forest. If they don't lock you out of the game, this really does help breaking their board. On Harpy's Feather Duster, which you could cut for something else. I didn't side it in once. Double Cyclone. This card is obviously amazing. It's a spell trap dodge, so it's amazing against Flame. And also forces out Horn or Sting, because this deck really plays badly into all of them. Double Grand Entrance for going first, basically siding on the Fuvas and giving us extra starters. It's also amazing against Canaan variants, as I said, and against Caesar. It's basically out Caesar by itself. And Spice card, the Vesper Girsu. Vesper Girsu is basically a tech card I chose to play against Vanquish Soul K9, because in that OTS store it was a lot of Vanquish Soul K9 players, and I wanted a card that could solve the problem I have against the deck. Okay, and that's it for the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to give some shoutouts to all of my friends: Yu-Gi-Oh! Homie, Vayno, Lea, Laura, Ben Lawrence, Nate, my coach Steffi, who practices with me every day, and they all genuinely made me a better player and helped me create this amazing deck profile. Also go check out OTK Khaled, because this deck list is basically his. I just swapped some cards out. Thank you.